The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. But right away, they'll change the look. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's got his man in the crossing route.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Allen. Swinging this side wide here for Cook.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30.
35-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Go, let's go. Silver.
Here's Lawrence.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
11. Go. Hey, I'm gun. Take right open. Oh, hey, kill. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jags are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard it, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
11, Agate. Go, go, let's go.
Lawrence will throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, son, sink right. 30 left. Sink right open, open.
Now Lawrence to throw. They'll get this out to Tootin.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Hey, so close, son. Hey, I'm gun. 13, Luke.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack. And
that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
11, go. Sink right, 30 left.
Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Brett on.
Lawrence, a quick throw outside. That's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
On red. Son. Sink right open. Go. 11. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
60 Bison.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Brown 80! Half 85! Out!
Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Alert! Regular. Middle. Alert! Ready! What's that?
to the air. Allen. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now Allen again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays. Fire.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jackson Hawes, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Hey, kill.
Now Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
13, Luke.
23-yard line.
Go. 11. Focus.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. The Jaguars at 4-3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Think right open. 11, Agate.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To throw, it's Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Hines-Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now Allen. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
30 left.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Hey, kill. Take right open. 11, Agag.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
11. Hey, go. 13, Luke. Hey, so go. Hey, I'm gun.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bashir Tootin, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Allen to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He got 29 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
319. Alert.
Throwing now is Allen. And a throw right sideline is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Now Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 18-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. Allen going to run with it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Alert! Alert! 56, 56! Middle, half. 56, 56!
A final shot before half for Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
kickoff for Buffalo.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches in the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Go. Hey, Kim. Hey, I'm gone. 13, Lou. Lou. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
It's now third down and less than a yard.
Hey, easy route.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they're hoping the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 62 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
And here's Allen from the gun on third down. Allen going to run with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First down, Buffalo.
Back to throw now on first down. Allen going to run with it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down. A gain of 12. And the Bills first down.
Round 80, half 85, half 85. 56, 56. 5 wide. Stop.
Looking to throw. Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Allen going to run with it. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
First down, Bills.
Operating from the gun. Allen. He's going to air one out. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. The CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Rip, 23. Hey, Dinker. Zach. 11,
Lawrence will throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things.
And got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 82 yards.
And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
His kick is good.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are all tied at 28.
Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Now Lawrence to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Hey. 11. Son. Hey, I'm gun. 13, Lou.
Lawrence.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and he gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer, even pick up the first down if they can. It's 3rd down.
Take right up. 30 left.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Under pressure, they got him again.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Allen now looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Eighth catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. To the air, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bills first down.
And again, it's Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 9. And they're 48-yard line.
Allen going to audible to a different look.
Back to throw again. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Throwing, Allen. He'll try and do this himself.
He's going to let it fly.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. Here we go. This is fourth down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. To throw is Allen.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
13, Luke. Hey, I'm gun. Hey, Soko, go. Let's sink right. Hey, kill.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal.
And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Shifts by him. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
Now Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Red, strike, red, yellow. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Hooked out by Quan Martin. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Allen. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.